Hello, hello. My name's Phoebe Sherman. I'm so happy to be here with Adobe Live. I'm the founder of Girl Gang Craft, and we're a community for femme forward creatives. So today we are gonna make some reel covers in Adobe Express. And obviously, reel covers are maybe not as important as the content, but for Instagram, it's going to attract new folks, right? So you want to have things legible, you want to have things eye-catching, you want to have your reel covers in your brand colors. So we're going to talk about all those things and we're going to go ahead and get started. And you can find that template link um, at the bottom of the YouTube channel and uh, the Behance channel as well. So, and we're just starting from this little reel cover blob situation that we also used the other day when we were talking about actual marketing reels as well. So, this is all ready to go for you, and this is going to be our template that we work from today. So right away, let's go ahead and switch up the colors a little bit. In Adobe Express, of course, you have your brand already saved and you can mess around with the colors. So you can go ahead and apply brand and just switch through some of those colors and see which ones that you like that apply to your brand. And, this activity is meant for you to go ahead and work alongside me. So go ahead and open this up and find a colorway that works for you with your brand. Um, I kind of like, let's see what we got. We've been through like all these combos. Do, 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 do. Um, let's go with pink on pink today, okay? Actually, I kind of want to do the opposite. So let's do the background color, the dark pink, and then all of these guys. You're going to want to highlight all of them and make them, oh, that's the background color. Excuse me. We are going to change it to our light pink. Okay. And then for reel covers, right? Keep in mind that we are working with, the 16 by 9 um, size, which is the same size as like your whole phone screen, the same size that you'd be working in for both an Instagram video and a TikTok video. But when you're going to your Instagram, keep in mind, I mean, they just changed the ratio, right? Um, you're gonna that, um, shrink the screen a little bit. And this is a 3:4 ratio. So you just want to keep that in mind that you're working in the most like middle part of your reel cover here, okay? So one of my favorite things about Adobe Express is that you can really keep your stuff, and it's literally called your stuff, right here on the app or on your, it's not quite an app because it's on the internet, but so it's gonna pull straight from your own files, right? That's my Adobe Illustrator files that are just propagating right here, and then my other uh, Adobe Express. Those are the primary programs that I work in. But also, if you were in Photoshop, that would show up right here. But so your stuff is going to show your files, your projects, um, in your libraries. So I use my libraries as a way to like organize product photos. So at Girl Gang Craft, we uh, have products. We have some feminist products, some witchy products, and some small business related stuff. So I keep that in a file in your library to have all that stuff easy to access right here. Um, but as we work with reel covers, I find pictures of ourselves do really well. And I don't know why it won't let me click on my own library. Let's just do a little refresh. And there you go. PBS is my initial, so PBS pics. Um, Really important to have some quality photos that you like of yourself. And then you can use them for, all of your branding, for your reel covers, for your content, etc. And I don't know why it's not letting me click again. So we're going to refresh that again. And we're going to scroll down, click on our pics. And we are going to add this picture of me. I'm going to exit out of some of these other things. And so we love our remove background tool, of course. And I find that that works pretty well with some branded reel covers as well. So I'm just gonna find that. And then, again, thinking about the middle part of the reel cover is the part that's gonna be shown on your feed. And then we can add some fun text. Our reel cover could be, what is this reel? 5 things, 5 content ideas for summer. Okay. And it's going to, I swear it always starts with source sans 3. So, but of course you have your brand uploaded here. So you can go to your brand and then your fonts are saved. So I do like this blue. And let's do something fun with it. Let's do, first off, I'm going to center it. And let's do a fun text layout, like just an arch. 5 content ideas for summer. And we could keep that blue. I do like that blue. Or of course, we can go with our other colors here. Finding your brand. See how it looks in the green. I don't like that. Purple's kind of subtle. I think the blue does look the best unless we want to keep it. Yeah, I think blue sort of matches with the photo as well. So we have this all ready to go. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Play around with that. My shoe is not fully off the page, so we can do that. And then I have some little icons saved in my brand that we can add as well. So again, thinking about where this is going to show up, this is just going to be on your feed. We can add my logo. Also keeping in mind like what's going to show up too. So on your phone, I guess it shows it on the internet too, on your desktop. See how we have these, we have the reel icon and then the like carousel icon. That takes up space. It takes up a little bit more space on your actual phone too. So just keep that in mind. You probably don't want to put anything in the top right hand corner. So thinking about like where else you could put things, where the logo would show up. Fine. Okay. So we've built one reel already. I feel like this is not centered. There we go. 5 content ideas for summer. Okay. And then we're going to just like rinse and repeat this system. We're going to make things easier for ourselves. And we're going to make like a bunch of these because we're working with bulk today for reel covers. And the cool thing now about Instagram also is that you can go ahead and post your video and then add the cover in later and still zoom in. For the longest time, you could not zoom in and crop your reel cover. And It was awful. So we are excited that we can do that now too. So you can worry about the content and then go back in and make everything pretty later. Totally great and fine. Um, so let's go ahead and add a page. We are going to duplicate. Ta-da! And we're gonna just do another real cover. So let's go ahead and play with the colors again. And it won't let me apply brand because I've already applied brand to the other one. So we're gonna just manually go through. Well, I wonder if it us do this way. No, because it's already applied. Okay, so we're gonna go with maybe our blue background and then do the little circles. I'm gonna take off my face. And we're going to highlight all these guys. And you could group them too. Let's do that. So they're all grouped now. And I wonder if it'll let us change all of them at once, though it won't. Well, there we go. Nope. Okay, so you just have to highlight all of them anyways. Okay, so now we are working with our same color palette, but seemingly very different. So things are gonna look different on the page. And let's get another title in here. Best email subject lines. Fine. And we will go to our stuff and find another pic of me. And so easy, just remove the background. And ta-da, we have another real cover. And maybe we play with the other logo. I kind of like it all blue and green. So we're just gonna rinse and repeat, do it again. Maybe we'll do something a little bit different for this one. We could play with the shapes, or we could literally just, okay, I'm just gonna take this photo of me. I think we can replace it. So we're gonna click on this. Replace is gonna propagate at the top and replace with something from the libraries and a new picture of me. And remove background. I think it's actually should automatically remove the background if the background is removed on the previous asset that you have replaced with, but I think it just took a second. And my dog's about to bark. No, nope. Okay, so we can just like keep this same situation and new picture of me playing with the colors. And we'll just do one more of these and then we'll switch it up a little bit and add some different colors, some different shapes probably. So I'm gonna make those all pink and then, I mean, I kind of even like that too. We were back on the pink and the blue. And I actually kind of like the logo sort of hiding behind me too. So we have 3 different covers already working with us. We can title this something different too. Best tech for back to school Okay, done. So let's switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna actually go and we're gonna browse some of the Adobe Express templates and see what we've got here. So let's see. We have templates right here. What's going to propagate for us? We can go to Discover and go to Popular Templates. And yeah, your size situation, right, is going to be that Instagram story um, or the TikTok video. But look at, I kind of like this. So I'm going to add it as a page and we can resize it from here. Let me take a sip of water. I don't know if like a black and white photo of me would work perfectly for our brand, but I think that's really fun. I think this font is fun too. Obviously, we want to sort of stick with our own brand fonts, our own branding. But sometimes I think it's okay to break the rules. Maybe that's a controversial take. Um, but I'm just going to go ahead and take this template and actually use it to make the right size. So we're just going to resize here. And I think that is the right size. Okay. And we are animated. So we don't need the animated. Oh, what happened? Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try that again. I don't know what happened. Um, Add as pages. And let's resize. And let's just give it a second because I think it's using the AI to expand it to the full ratio, which is pretty cool. But it might take a second. Look at that. That looks stunning. Gorgeous. Um, these are like almost my colors, but not quite. So let's go ahead and replace this lady with myself. So I think it might even make me black and white automatically too. So let's just see what happens. Oh, I didn't replace. So we're clicking, we're replace with upload, replace with library. Cool. So it automatically makes the replacement. It's not doing a remove background, but it did make me black and white. Let's go ahead and remove background. Cool. I mean, I think that looks really sick. It's not quite my brand colors. So let's make it proper. Let's do some proper brand colors. I have a very similar purple, so we can go ahead and do that. And I don't like the circle showing in the middle of the flower. Okay. And then the cool thing too, like, so let's say that, I want to click on this and it's not quite letting me because my photos at the top layer, you can play around with the layers on the side too, which is really helpful if you just want to get to that. So I do like this font. I would stick with like changing one thing. So maybe I'd want to change the font, keep the background, or vice versa. I'm probably going to do both. So we're going to go ahead and change it to, I have my other font is not loaded, but it is play fair display. And I like it italic and also bold. I think that's fine. I think that this has a chance of getting cut off too, so I'm gonna change that. I don't even like that whole thing. So we're gonna just actually delete the text for now. Now let's play with the background and let's see. I wonder if we can generate similar um, with our brand colors. Let's see. Keep this texture, but add in dark blue. I bet I could like add in all the hexes and maybe it would change. But let's see what we can generate here. It might just take a second, especially when we're streaming, like things get a little slow, but it's surprisingly fast. Look at that. That's like a little bit less of my brand style actually, but that's cool. Okay. I wonder if we can change the background color to, one of my brand colors. And then we can adjust this so it's a little bit less opaque. Is it gonna let me more adjust opacity? I mean, that kind of works for me. Maybe let's see what it looks like with the blue. I don't like that as much. Pink, purple, green. No, I mean, it looks the best with the pink, I think. And then I think just the problem is that's the wrong orange. But anyways, we won't get too nitpicky. I do think that's super cute. And then we can add some font, add some text. Your next content, your next viral reel. How about that? And we can make that to our own font. And I mean, I kind of like that overlaid. We can do maybe do a little bit of a background effects. So this one, rounded maybe, nope. Sorry about that sound. Okay, let's see. And we want that, of course, to be in one of our colors as well. So, all shape. Why is it making it not in our color? Custom, there we go. Shadow. We don't want the shadow. We do want this. Okay, we just click on that. And then we are gonna change that to maybe the pink. Oh, we wanna get rid of the shadow. I think we can do something that stands out a little bit more. Maybe like our bright green. Is that too much? I mean, we could literally spend hours like changing everything in our content, right? The idea with like the bulk content is to maybe be a little bit less precious with each reel cover. I kind of like the cream. So we're just gonna go with that. And yeah, I mean, definitely if you use something like a little bit different, I would have maybe multiple of the same ones. So you're thinking about like your Instagram feed almost as a painting, right? A little red here, a little red here, a little pink here, a little blue with your brand colors, right? And then you might have some of your like raw videos showing up without a cover, or maybe you're someone who decides to do all of them as covers. It's really up to you. And then, so I would just go ahead and duplicate this and maybe do a different photo, do a different flower, do different font. But you all get the idea. We've gone and we've made 4 reel covers in the past 24-ish minutes. Um, and you can start with my template. There's so many good templates in Adobe Express, and you can start from the Instagram stories size or the TikTok reel size or the Instagram reel size, any of those 16:9 ratios. But you could also start from literally any template that you like and play around with the size. So I do like all of these Instagram square posts too. I think those are really fun too, like this flower one that we just worked with. I mean, the circle, all of these shapes look great and they can be a starting out point. Like this looks pretty different from this one. Um, so go ahead and explore in there. And that's really it for our time today. So, thank you so much, Adobe Live, for having me. Again, I am your host, Phoebe, and you can go ahead and give me a follow at Girl Gang Craft or my personal account at Phoebe Sherman. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you for tuning in.